Your cat knocks a glass off the counter, watches it fall, looks you dead in the eye. Your cat brings you a dead mouse and seems genuinely offended when you don't eat it. Your cat meows at you in a completely different voice depending on what it wants. And somehow you always understand. So here's the question everyone has thought about but never quite said out loud. Does your cat think you're a cat? A big, slow, furless cat who can't hunt and doesn't understand anything? The answer is no, but what it actually thinks is weirder than that. And once you understand it, a lot of strange cat behavior suddenly starts making sense. Let's start with the meow, because this is where everything gets interesting. Adult cats almost never meow at each other. That's not an exaggeration. It's just true. Kittens meow at their mothers when they're hungry or cold or scared. But once cats grow up, the meow basically disappears from their communication. Adult cats talk to each other through body language, tail position, ear angle, scent, slow blinks, chirps. The meow gets retired from everyday use, except around humans. Around us, they never stop. And it's not just one meow. Cats develop an entire personal vocabulary for each household they live in. A short chirrup when you come home. A long drawn-out sound when the bowl is empty. A specific noise for wanting attention but also wanting you to know they don't need it. Each cat's human vocabulary is slightly different, tailored, over years, to the specific people it lives with. Researchers studying this found something that should make you mildly uncomfortable. Cats developed a specific manipulation sound, a vocalization that hides a high-pitched cry inside a normal purr. That hidden cry sits at the same frequency as a human infant's distress call. Our brains are hardwired to respond to that sound. It triggers an almost involuntary caregiving response. We can't ignore it, and cats, through years of living alongside humans, figured that out. They tuned their voices to exploit our neurology. They did not develop this sound for other cats. They developed it specifically for us, which tells you something important. Cats have categorized humans as a completely separate type of thing that requires its own communication system. That is not what you do if you think the other animal is just another cat. So what do they actually think we are? Animal behaviorist John Bradshaw spent years studying this. His conclusion: cats treat humans as a social companion, something to affiliate with, communicate with, groom and be groomed by, but the treatment is not identical to how they treat other cats. It has been customized, modified. There is a human-specific behavioral toolkit running alongside the cat-to-cat one. The best way to describe it is this: your cat thinks you are you, a specific, known, slightly unpredictable creature it has spent years building a detailed mental model of. It knows when you come home. It knows which sounds get a response from you. It knows how you move when you're about to feed it versus when you're about to leave. It knows your moods before you do, probably. It has been quietly studying you since the day it arrived, and it uses that information every single day. Now let's talk about the behaviors that look like your cat treating you as a fellow cat, because they're not quite that, and the actual explanation is more interesting. When your cat needs your lap, that slow rhythmic paw pushing that looks like it's making bread, that's a kitten behavior. Kittens do it to stimulate milk flow from their mother. Adult cats don't do it to each other. They do it to things that make them feel completely safe, things that feel like warmth and security and reliable comfort. You became one of those things, not because you are a mother cat, because you provide enough of the same feeling that the behavior transferred over to you. The dead mouse is the same story. Mother cats bring prey to kittens to teach them how to hunt. First dead prey, then injured prey, building up gradually. Your cat bringing you a dead bird isn't paying tribute. It isn't saying thank you. It is running a teaching behavior with nowhere else to direct it. You are the non-hunting companion in the household. You are the one who clearly needs the most help. Your cat has assessed your skills and found them wanting. You're not being honored, you're being educated by an animal that has absolutely given up on you but keeps trying out of what might generously be called loyalty. The slow blink is the most genuine thing your cat does with you. Cats slow blink at each other as a signal of trust, a way of saying I am relaxed enough around you to close my eyes, which for a prey animal is a meaningful statement. When your cat slow blinks at you, it is extending a signal that evolved entirely for cat-to-cat communication. A 2020 study confirmed this directly. Researchers had strangers slow blink at cats they had never met. Those cats slow blinked back more often than with neutral-faced strangers. They approached the slow blinkers more willingly. The signal crossed species lines without losing its meaning. Your cat knows you're not a cat. It uses the slow blink on you anyway because it works. Because whatever you are, you respond the right way. Here's the detail that tends to surprise people. Cats recognize their owner's specific voice, not just human voices generally, but yours. Studies measuring heart rate and pupil dilation show a measurable physiological response when a cat hears its owner speak versus a stranger. The response is there. It's real. The cat knows you're home before you open the door. It just chooses not to come. That is not indifference. That is a cat that registered your arrival, ran through its internal checklist, decided nothing required immediate action, and went back to sleep. The assessment happened. The decision was made. You just weren't the priority right now, which honestly is exactly what living with a cat feels like from the human side too. So does your cat think you're a cat? No. It thinks you're a large, familiar, resource-controlling companion it has developed a completely custom operating system for. It has learned your patterns over years. It has hacked the parts of your brain that respond to infant cries. It has trained you, probably more than you've trained it, to respond to specific sounds and behaviors on cue. It has decided you're worth keeping around, which is the highest compliment a cat can give anything. It just expresses that compliment by sleeping on your laptop and knocking things off shelves. The glass was a separate thing though, that one was just for fun.